Hello and welcome to this replay analysis of a game played between us three players. I am Kinkaju's Revenge. That's me up here. We also have Yao and Joe Don't Know. There's a lot of things to talk about in this game, so we'll walk through it step by step and kind of analyze the moves that were made and what we could have done better. Alright, so we start off with a yellow 1 clue. We use yellow here because with a yellow clue we know exactly which card, exactly which one is being clued. Why is this not any other number? Well, what would be the purpose of starting off with a yellow clue at all? If this is a 5, there's really no purpose in cluing it at the moment because we want to get cards played. So this is a yellow 1 by that logic. Same thing with blue. Now we know yellow 1, blue 1. Yao chooses to play immediately. So we have other options here. We could go ahead and just give a yellow clue right away to Joe. There's no rush to play this yellow 1 at the moment. We've got other cards that need to be clued. So that's one thing Yao could do, is go ahead and just give the yellow clue right away. Joe decides to give a 3 clue. Now this 3 is not immediately playable, but it is valuable, especially seeing that we've got purple 4, 5, and 2 on the board here. Then as soon as purple 1 shows up, we're ready to roll with the purples. Plus we see that I've got 2 trash cards here. So why wait to give this 3 clue? I'm going to go ahead now and end up discarding these at some point. So this is a good clue because it saves this purple 3, preparing it for the other purple cards. Alright, so we get a 5. Could I give a purple clue here to save the 5? I sure could. However, I don't know that I have purple 3. If I give a purple clue, it doesn't tell us a lot about any of these. And I want to keep this blue 3 and 4 as well. We don't want to clog up Yao's hand. I also see that there are 2 purple 4s here, so there's no immediate need to save this purple 4. Therefore, I choose the 5, even though the purple clue touches 3 cards and the 5 clue only touches 1 card, because again, we don't want Yao to keep his entire hand for the entire game. Alright, we get a 2 clue, just holding on to these 2s. Now we get the blue 1 play here, and now a red clue. So this red clue means play this red 1. Why? Well, because we just drew a card, and then we just clued it. So we're waiting for this card to show up so that we can clue it, and then play it. As soon as it shows up, boom, we clue it. Alright, yellow. This is a yellow 3. Why is this a yellow 3 and not a yellow 4 or a 5? This could be just to save the yellow 4 or 5. That could be the purpose of this clue. However, Joe has 2 cards to play before this yellow clue, and after the yellow clue, she has 3 cards to play. So in other words, there is no urgency to clue this right now if it's just to save a card. This clue could be more efficient if Joe plays, and then ends up drawing another yellow card, and then we can save all 3 of those yellow cards with 1 clue. So because this clue would be more efficient as a save if it was played later, it is therefore a play clue now. Now we get a blue 3 save. We prefer a blue clue here to save these 2 cards. Yao received a 5 clue earlier, so we know that these are not 5. We can also deduce that they are not 2, because if either one of these was a 2, we would have given the 2 clue sooner. We can walk through the game and see, did we have opportunities to clue the 2? Yes, we did. It was right here. So if Yao has a blue 2, I'm going to clue it right now. And then I will let Yao give the red clue here. Instead, I reach over Yao's hand, to clue the red clue. So from this, Yao can deduce that neither of these are 2. Therefore, when this 3 clue happens, if we give blue instead, Yao should know that this is blue 3 and 4 in some order. Blue is better here because it touches 2 cards, and we may as well keep the blue 4 if we're cluing the blue 3 anyways. So I discard, and now Yao chooses to discard. Bummer that we lost the blue 4 there, when we could have easily kept it. Red 1 plays, and now we reach some interesting positions here. There's a blue 2. Again, I just drew it, and it was just clued, so I know it's the 2. Now we get a yellow 2, and green 1 shows up. Here's the interesting position. Yao clues the green 1. So now I know I have green 1 because I just drew it and it was just clued. And now we have 2s. Now I go ahead and play the green 1. Now here, Yao played green 2, which was a lucky play and a logical fallacy. There is nothing that prevents these 2 cards from being in the opposite order. For example, we could have a purple 2 here and a green 2 here. It's a logical fallacy to assume that the most recently drawn card is always the one to be played. Most oftentimes it is. Most oftentimes it is the leftmost card, or the most recent card, that can be played. However, in this case, it was not necessarily. Why? Well, let's see when the green 1 showed up. So here we can't tell which one is which because we don't have the opportunity to ignore it after the green 1 shows up. Here's the green 1. It shows up right now. This was the first opportunity we had to clue the green 1. And after that, this is the first opportunity that we had to clue either of these if we want one of them to play. Therefore, they could be in any order. We don't have purple 1 or green 1 out, so there's no way to tell which of them we are indicating as being the play. One argument could be that we would just give green if they were in the opposite order. If they were like this, we could give green. But green touches 1 card, whereas 2 touches 2 cards. So no matter what order they're in, 2 is still the better clue. There's no immediate rush for the green 2 to play immediately. All we have to do after the green 1 plays is wait for a purple 1 to show up. And then after purple 1 is played, these 2s can be played no matter what color they are, no matter which order they're in. So because of that, Yao should not play here. This could very well be the purple 2. We just get lucky about this. Alright, red 2 shows up. Our red 2 gets played. Green 3 gets played. And here we get a purple 4 discard. Now, Joe does not know that she's got the other copy of the purple 4 on chop here. Fortunately, Joe has a known play. But what Joe cannot do here is discard, because Joe might have the other copy of the purple 4 here. And she very well does. So in situations like this, where we discard a card, and our next card that can be discarded might be that other copy of that card, we need to not discard. So Joe needs to either play or give a clue here. And Joe decides to clue the blue card here. Now Yao should know this is blue 4. Why? Because if this is blue 5, it would be too early to save it. If this is a blue 5 and we clue it right now, there would be no purpose of this blue 5. Blue 5 can't play yet because we need the blue 4 first. So this is blue 4. Alright, now we get a 4 clue. So this could very well be a save on purple 4. It could be a play on the green 4. This was the first opportunity we had to clue this 4 since the green 3 was played. But since Joe doesn't know which of those options is the correct interpretation, Joe will wait on this card. So Joe plays the yellow 3. Now we get a discard. And now we get blue 3. I would prefer that the purple clue is given here for the purple 1, because we want to get this played as soon as possible. Now we get a red 3 clue. And now we get a green clue on my green 4. Now this is a mistake. Why? Because Joe could very well have a green 4. Let's see when the green 4 showed up. Here it is. Yao has a clue that he could use right now. So Yao could clue this green 4. And very well should. So the fact that Yao ignores this green 4 should cue Joe in to the fact that she has green 4 somewhere. Therefore, this clue is a mistake. And I think Joe realized as soon as she gave this clue in game, oops, I could have green 4, this is a mistake. I discard my green 4 to avoid a future bomb, because if I play mine, then Joe will think that she does not have a green 4, and then will eventually bomb this. So to avoid the bomb, I discard, and that tells Joe that one of these is green. Now we get a purple clue, so Joe now knows purple 4 and green 4. Play continues, we play some cards, and now we get a 5 clue. So this 5 just showed up, and I just clued it. Which means that this is a play clue on this 5. Why isn't it a play clue on this 5? Well, because we've been ignoring it up till now. If this 5 was playable, we would have clued it sooner. So, here is a blue 4 and a blue 5. This could be either blue or green. Yao has to play the blue 4 into it, though, so it doesn't bomb. Now we get a purple 3 and a yellow 4 clue. And now we get a purple 4 play, and we play some more cards, and at the end here, when I give this 4 clue, we can see that both these 4s are exactly red 4, because Yao can see all of the other 4s. They're all on the board, so it doesn't matter which one is clued or played, and we finish with 25. So there were quite a few inefficiencies, there were some mistakes, but despite all that, we were still able to get a perfect score. Thank you for watching this review. I hope you learned something.